Uh, 21 in top 500.
Nice, nice. That's awesome. Good for you. Good for you. Still playing Genji, or have you moved on to greener pastures?
I'm still trying to make them work.
Respect, respect. Okay, let me get a reform pulled up here. So, what got you interested in coaching 2.0? What do you hope to get out of the session today?
Uh, how do I like word this? Like right now, I feel like my major issue
Mm-hmm.
is that the game doesn't feel hard in a way that I want it to.
Uh-huh.
So I'm trying to like figure out how to restructure my thought process and how I
Sure,
think about the game.
sure, sure, sure. So it's like right now you're killing it in ranked, and then when it feels hard, maybe it feels more like the matchmaking. It's making it harder for you, and not like the competitive aspect. I'm kind of shooting in the dark here.
It's like I want to feel like the worst player in the lobby,
Right,
but by like 10%. Just
right.
enough that it's not like overwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't feel like that's happening very often.
What's happening instead?
Happening instead is usually a steamroll one side or the other.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, is kind of just how this game's always worked.
Right.
But, like, do you know the 40-40-20 rule? Ever
Um.
heard that before?
No, not off the top of my head. No.
So how it works is 40% of your matches.
Ah, yes, yes. I know where you're going with this. Yes. Continue though. Continue. You there? I can't hear you now.
Oh, sorry,
You cut
hello?
out for a second. You cut out for a second. Sorry.
That's been happening. That's just gonna keep happening. Every so often, I'll just, like, disappear for 10 seconds. So if that happens, just let me know. Alright, so the way the 40-40-20 rule works is that 40% of your matches are going to be unwinnable. You get in, and just for whatever reason, your team's just not clicking, and you're just getting like full health and spawn. Absolutely no chance. The other 40% is unlosable, and you
Mm-hmm.
happen to be on the team that's full holding
Mm-hmm.
for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
The remaining 20% are the matches that actually matter.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the ones that are really close, and like you as the individual are kind of the deciding factor.
Right. 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 You have agency in
That's
those matches,
yeah.
particularly.
That's just the way I've thought about like ranked team games for like years at this point.
Yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense.
Uh,
And I think it's accurate as well.
hmm. I
Okay.
don't know if the numbers are accurate. Doesn't really matter.
Close enough. Close enough.
So most of the time, at those team nodes and those 20% of matches, really don't feel like I have to struggle to like keep up.
Okay. So too many of those matches, it just feels like you don't have a lot of control, either positively or negatively, and then that feels like the majority of your games aren't
Could you,
super helpful.
could you redo that for me? I cut out for all of that.
No, it's okay. That's okay. I heard what you said about the 40-40-20 though.
Okay, that's good.
So I guess for me is it's like how much of this is like just the rank system, just how it's going to be, and then how much of this is something that we can actually potentially change, you know? Um, are you involved in a team right now?
Not at the moment. It is something I am looking into.
Okay. Because that's the first low hanging fruit for me is it's like
Yeah.
ranked is ranked, and especially once you've reached a certain point with ranked, unless you're consistently pushing for top one, um, then it might be something that you might need to look into just because you can control more how competitive that's going to feel, if that makes
Mm.
sense. Okay.
Also a more fun environment, to be
Yeah,
honest. I really
yeah,
like scrolling.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so you're looking for maybe a mental adjustment of how can I get more enjoyment out of these games, particularly.
Mm.
Okay, okay. I can help a little bit with that. I think one of the easiest adjustments that you can make that won't fix things but will make it more engaging is actually, refreshing your goals, refreshing things that you could be working on. Like we talked a lot about how your communication, your narration, um, And then I think maybe here we'll be able to look at some more of your gameplay and maybe some of the mistakes that you're doing that you can kind of objectively improve. But honestly, it's just the nature of a team game that you're going to have to do your best to focus on yourself regardless of like what's happening on the outside. Like you said, the 40-40-20 rule, I can't change the rule. I
No,
can just change
no,
what you could do in the 80%, you know? So I guess hopefully we'll give you some goals, but I really truly do encourage you to try and get involved with some team game. Some variation of scrimmaging or finding a team, whatever SR that needs to be, doesn't matter, but that has to be a priority, I think. Have they done anything with the matchmaking recently, like in the last couple of days?
They've quote unquote fixed the like diamonds getting a GM game issue like I think 7 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
So I don't know at this point.
Yeah. I don't know either. Okay. Good to know. We'll keep an eye on it. We talked a lot about training schedule and training structure last time, correct?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay, so we don't have to harp over that. Do you have any questions about any of that before we just continue to move on? Because I don't want to rehash it over again.
None that really come to mind.
Okay, if anything does, just let me know.
Sure.
Long-term, short-term goals in Overwatch. Short-term, I want to make a 4.2 equivalent scrim team. I mean, if you're top 20, you're already like 4-4, 4-5. You know what I'm saying?
Here's the thing. I know I'm like underselling myself here,
Yeah.
but I have not scrimmed since season like 9 of Overwatch 1.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like just undersell myself a bit. I'll let the team know like listen, I'm overqualified, but I'm just kind of like getting back into scrimming.
Sure.
And just as like a temporary thing, undersell myself just to get scrim hours recently.
Sure. That's fair. But I guess I would put that as like the priority, as in like this week. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Nothing's stopping you from pursuing that. Like, let's do the ASAP, and because that will also probably shift how. At least we'll have a little bit of a minor impact on like what heroes you're even grinding and ranked, right? So you could be the team playing with a slightly lower SR team, but that allows you to just kind of two trick Genji May. You could be playing in a higher ranked team where you might have to flex your hero pool just a little bit. I don't know, but I see no drawback to getting it done ASAP.
Hmm.
And then, especially if your long term goal is contenders, it's going to have to start happening now, I guess. Okay. What do you feel is holding you back from improving? You said lack of challenge. I guess we talked about that. That's why I think we need to get you involved in team to where you can shift more of your identity, especially if you get a team that scrims like 4 or 5 times a week. Like that's basically half of your rank time. That's just almost put into scrims, you know?
Yeah.
So that's huge. What do you hope to get out of the session? Direction on where I should be focusing my practice. Okay, sounds good. And then sleep is definitely really low.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I've
Is it
never
just
had good sleep.
you're just a very busy person, or do you have issues with sleep?
I've just never had like good consistent sleep.
I'd put that as something of a priority to solve out, especially if you're looking to like get into a really competitive environment like contenders. Sleep issues are just going to prevent you from being able to compete at a lot of things. So I would get
It
that
makes it
checked.
harder.
Yeah, it's just your mechanical ceiling is going to be a little bit lower. Your communicational ceiling is going to be a little bit lower. You're going to have a slightly shorter fuse when it comes to attitude and things like that. So I would. It doesn't have to be fixed, but like small adjustments, small improvements that you can stick with, it would be very helpful. Okay, I don't really have a whole lot more else from the forum. Do you have anything else that you'd like to discuss?
Uh, no, I think that covers most of it.
Okay. Do you have a code/codes for me?
Yeah, let me just pull it up real quick.
Sure.
This should be it.
Okay. D5. Thanks. Okay. Looks good. And what hero is this? Or heroes?
This is primarily Genji. It's a Junkertown. I do Genji for all 3 attack. I start Ashe on first point defense and then switch to Genji.
Okay, so mostly Genji.
Mostly.
Alright.
Usually play Genji on this map. At least second and third.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah. I think second especially is really, really good for Genji. Okay. Whoopsies, gotta adjust my settings here. So what have you been, is there anything specific that you've been working on with Genji recently?
Something that I've been trying to do is I've been trying to experiment a little bit more with weird routes I could take and like weird little angles. See what I can get away with one less tank to worry about.
Yep, absolutely. And are you doing this more for just like vision opportunities to assassinate?
Yeah, kind of just opportunities to assassinate.
Okay, makes sense. Okay, well, we'll take a look. I mean, if you haven't had anything besides that, like positioning, we'll just kind of keep a broad viewpoint. We did talk a decent amount about your Genji before, but we'll see if there's anything new or anything, just even some of the old stuff that we just need to tighten up just a little bit. And then obviously just let me know if you have any questions.
Okay.
Cassidy May, or Mercy. Sojourn. This is good already. You've already choked them out. This is just a little bit sloppy, like with where you're swinging. So,
yeah.
I mean, you know this.
Way too run.
Yeah, just swing too wide. That's all.
This getting killed like that. I got this kill. I got this match at like 9:30 this morning.
Yeah.
Getting killed like that actually genuinely woke me up in real life a little bit.
Oh, that happened. Yeah, I got you. Because you choked them out of this space so fast, you know. Easy.
Almost got him with it.
Almost. Give up space. So I like that we're gatekeeping this angle here. Like, it makes it really hard for them. I mean, we've choked all out of this space, and then now, obviously, this is opened up. I like the patience with the dash here as well. They're not even looking at you, so like, why rush? No, you know?
They don't care.
Yeah, they literally just didn't even look. So just wait. Yeah, that was good.
And yeah, rest of the just cleaned up off that.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good angle. Big thing is just obviously just being really careful about how far you dash on that angle. But yeah, it was by far the best angle to control. Nice. Good.
Wanted that res so bad.
I know. It happens. You forced it though. Nice.
Poor guy.
Yeah, so this is kind of what we were talking about actually here. So this is just where we have to be really, really careful right here. So when you go for this assassination, this is fine. But I'm just a little concerned at the distance between where you're committing and where you're going to end up for your disengage. So you barely get it out here, like, oh, like right there. If they had pursued this, maybe you actually died, just barely, right? And then I think even here again, I feel like this is probably fine, but oh, right, just barely, right? So your edge, you're toeing the line. Okay, this is good though. I mean, that's important though. You need to like really push the limits when you're playing this hero, right? Like even that dash on the soldier. If you're a worse Genji, you don't get the kill and you die for it, right? But you need to have the confidence that you can do that, right? Even there, like you have the door frame, you get out. Okay, you know where you're going. This is where I think we get just a little too sloppy. So right here, you need to know where your escape route is. So you dash through, you right click, and then you...
It's not here.
It's not here, right? It's you just go a little too far, and so your disengage route is cut out. It's like you have to be so clean about in, out, min-maxing every single rotation that you take, every single engage that you take, because this is what kills you. It's not even the attempt on the Mercy, it's you just mess up your escape, essentially. You just go a little too far. Get a little too sloppy. I mean, this is whatever. Whatever. Nice. Okay, let's see it again. Yeah, I think this is good. Obviously, priority there is like, and a lot of what you're getting value out of is you can kind of see what you're doing here. And then even like what you're doing over here, and then what you're doing now is you're just gatekeeping their DPS, right? You've already shown to them that you have the mechanics to be able to kill them if they overextend just a little bit. So all you do is you just force into the S key, like right here. You've already gotten value from that. It allows your tank to walk forward without taking space. So this is good. Yeah. I mean, there's not a lot. I don't think I feel very comfortable walking into that. You know,
No.
it would either your team would match them and then you'd flank from behind, or yeah, we just touch card. Be careful here. You really need to be careful here.
Oh.
Just a little bit of a lack of respect. Just be careful, because you're down 2. You know.
Yeah.
Now gatekeep high ground positioning. Yeah, this is troll. This is troll.
I'm just trolling the bug here.
It's just a matter of team play here, because you know where your team is pathing right now. You know where your team is positioned. It's the same reason why you're right. You need the pressure, right? This is a nano blade. This probably works, right? But you know where your Ramattra is. You know where your Brig is. You know where your Zen is, right? There just isn't pressure here. So you go through here. I thought you were going to dash through, deflect, and tuck underneath, right? And then kind of wait for your Ramattra to get here, and then go with Blade. But no, you went in by yourself. Like, the greedier the play, the later it needs to be. And Dragon Blade, a naked Dragon Blade, is a very greedy play. It's a fight winner. It's a 4K or a 5K, unless you go first. Then it's a 0K. Right?
Yeah.
The classic example. Right. It's like the classic example of like, oh, Genji blade, haha, it's the worst blade in the history of the world. And you just what was it? Was it the hydration clip, right? Back in like Overwatch season 1 or season 2, where like Genji blade, as soon as you pop it, they're gonna throw every cooldown, you're gonna die immediately. You know, it's like that funny interview they did. It's like, but that's because if you go first, that's going to be your experience. If you go second, if you allow your Ramattra to go in, if you just even go for just a dry neutral engage, like we saw there, dash through, that's going to force Sojourn E, might force Suzu, will force GA, force E, and then we go from there, right? Then we go from there. So just be a little bit more patient with this one, because even if you have really clean mechanics, this isn't going to work. It's not going to work. Because like, look at how much you force, right? You create so much space, you know, you cause so much pain and havoc, but it just doesn't matter because you die for it.
I got DC'd again a little bit.
Oh, did you hear what I was saying about Blade?
Last thing I heard you say was that even if I have really clean mechanics, and then I cut out.
Okay, right. Even if you have really clean mechanics, you want to be the late to the party. Nano Blade is almost a tank ability, right? But Naked Blade is definitely not.
Even with Nano Blade, I still kind of prefer other people to go in first.
Of course, agreed. Of course.
On the ladder, I don't have the luxury always of the other guy knowing that.
Yeah, and the thing with Nano Blade, honestly, sometimes this sounds horrible, but you could even make the quote-unquote mistake of like waiting a little too long, and then like your tank dies. Because as soon as your tank dies, you know that the tank, they had to use something to kill the tank, you know? And then you got a wide open world, so yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't like the Naked Blade opener. The positioning, even the engage itself was okay, but then you kind of like used everything and then proceed to press Blade, and then even just the animation of drawing out your blade was like ridiculously dangerous.
I don't even know if I got a swing off.
Yeah. Will you try to deflect Disruptor here?
I think so.
Yeah, I was gonna say, why are you deflecting this early? This was stupid, but yeah, you're going for the Disruptor. Okay, whatever. Nice. No greed, no deflect, so no greed. Yep. That's the type of discipline that you need right there, right? That was really good. And then now you're free to keep pursuing because you have your deflect, because you didn't get killed. I might back off here. She probably would dynamite the floor. Yeah, but just careful.
Ooh, lost her a little bit.
Yeah.
The team comes in, but
you're good. A little bit of greed, but again, your team's with you, so I respect it. Like, it's such a razor thin margin, you know, between feeding and good play, right? And good mechanical clutch.
I think I could have stopped that res.
No, you couldn't. Not reasonably.
Damn.
And now your team's just overextended. It's fine. Oh no, we've chanced. Oh no, disaster.
Yeah.
Oh, we got the kill in the Sojourn. And the use Bob. This is okay. Could be yours. You're thinking about it. Oh, you DC'd.
Yeah. This has been happening
Ah,
for like the
no.
past 4 or 5 days. I don't think I've gotten a single match where I didn't DC at some point.
Right, that
And my
sucks.
my my internet's just been awful for like
That's
the past week, and I
horrible.
don't know
That's
why.
horrible.
That
And you're still
that's
top
why I'm DCing
20.
right now. Well, not at the moment. I'm not
Okay,
top
but
20.
still, very impressive. Okay, all right. No excuses for anybody watching this video after the fact. Yeah, so this is hard. I don't know what the solution is here. So again, you're thinking about like Genji, you're a gatekeeper, right? You take a favorable 1v1, you prevent follow-up. But this Ramatra is so overextended, and then I feel like if you go on this Ashe, you might just die. I don't know what the solution is. Let's see what you do.
If I go on the Ashe, my Zen definitely dies. But he dies anyway.
You're right, he dies anyway. I think if you knew he had Rambled, I probably wouldn't have done this. Because I think you could have done a better job just controlling their Ashe, you know, keeping them busy. But I don't know. It might have been also fine for you just to not do anything at all and just kind of read. I don't know. Okay.
That's stuck a little bit.
On his end, it's a pretty decent swap versus their composition. Nice. Oh yeah, this is unfortunate. No. You know, it's actually the funny thing is I don't think this is a feed because of what you saw. So like here, you like see Mercy. I assume that you saw Mercy. Maybe you didn't see Mercy. Look at her.
It's literally one. I don't think I knew she was low. I don't think I ever
So
got
if
a
you
hit on
didn't
her.
think that she was low, I think this is a little bit greedy because if you don't get the one shot here and you're not likely to, then you're stuck, right? There is no escape route here. So I think this was a feed unless you knew that Mercy was low. You see what I'm saying? It feels similarly like to kind of what you're doing on second, where you go in for a pressure, but you didn't really have, you're too far away or you didn't really have an escape route in mind, and so then you're just kind of like in no man's land. Like you probably should have died for that.
I should have. And mechanics.
Mechanics shut down. That's okay.
I was like 3 shots in this.
Yeah, that's funny. It happens. Get her. Oh man, we're really shutting down. We're really shutting down now.
Yeah, that's after that DC. I'm kind of on tilt now for the rest of the match.
Wait. Is that like a consistent theme for you, or is it just this one time?
For the past like 4 days, yeah, it's been a consistent theme. I'm getting fed up with it happening for this long.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. When something gets so bad that it provokes an emotional response, it's not necessarily a bad thing. You've got two opportunities, all right? Well, actually, you got 3 choices, one of which is really bad, 2 of which are good. 1, you're going to get so angry that you're going to figure out your internet issues. You're going to be like, that's it. I've had enough. I'm going to go to the door. I'm going to ring their doorbell and run. I'm going to do something about this. I'm going to be a Karen about it. You know, I'm tired of it. Right. You know, and that's good. Right. We fix the issue. Right. The other answer is that maybe there isn't a solution or you can't figure out the solution right now. And so you're going to go like, I'm going to treat every, shoot, I was a quote the other day I read about this. Let me pull this up really fast. And it basically is talking about like adversity as like the perfect training opportunity. Especially if that adversity is short-lived. So let me pull this up here. So it's like, if somebody gets in my head, they were doing me a favor, exposing a weakness, because it was a valuable opportunity to expand my ability to deal with turbulence. Your best teachers do not block your emotions. So for you, it's like whenever you have these moments where the internet cuts out, if that's not something that you could fix, channel that frustration into greater focus, into greater intensity. And you might be like, well, other people don't have to do that. That's so unfortunate, so annoying. Yeah, but other people do have things that are triggers for them, right? Right, you have like a bad matchmaking, or like they make a mechanical mistake, or they miss a shot, and it might not be the DC, but they're going to be getting irritated and frustrated about it. So you could treat this as like ankle weights, right? To improve your mentality in dealing with these kind of negative situations. And as we saw here, yeah, you lose your ult charge, yeah, you lose one fight, but that's actually not that big of a deal if you're a good player, right? Instead, use that energy to like channel your focus, channel that intensity, channel that frustration into coming back, and treat it as like, oh no, I DC'd. I know I'm going to play 15% better when I come back because I'm going to be trying that much harder, right?
Know it.
Right. We don't. That's the skill that we want to develop, I think. The worst thing you could do is to do nothing. That's the third option, right? To do nothing. Either fix the
Sit
issue.
here and whatever.
Right. Either
That's
fix the
happened.
issue, use the issue, or do nothing about it. Those are your choices. Okay. Ball is in. It's a little early, I'm not gonna lie, but whatever. Ooh. Where's their app? Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
Yeah,
There she is.
a little bit of a lack of loss of awareness, but honestly, it feels like at least 2 out of those 3 fights were just thrown because it just felt like you just weren't playing your game. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that was the DC thing. I don't know, but it just felt like you were kind of choking, you know, and that implies something more mental than skill related, you know. Okay, so we could look at some Ashe in a little bit if you'd like, but let's just stay on the topic.
I'll be honest. Like the Ashe was by far the worst I played in this match. I
Okay,
didn't do
so
anything.
maybe we skip then. Maybe we skip.
I actually don't think I got a single kill on Ashe.
I like this position. That's disastrous. This
My
is good.
Zen has been very good this whole match, except for his trances, which he only uses to save himself. Other than that, he honestly played very well, I think.
Yeah. I was gonna say,
Ooh.
you might need to stash out here.
Yep, 1 second for it.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, this is fine.
I'm glad you missed that.
Ooh, yeah. Nice discipline. I respect it. Oh gosh, he's just really greeting. There you go.
Yeah, nice.
Nice! We're back.
That's why
We're back. That was
We
good.
threw a little bit on Ashe, and now we're here.
Yeah. That was good. That was good. See, that was so good though, because you know what you did is you were like, they're like, Genji's overextending. You disengage. You don't stagger. And what you actually do is you lure them into overextending, right? That was such a good play. And now it's like this is fight losing for them, right?
30 down 2.
Oh. You're good. Look at that. Clean. Nice. How's your back feel now?
It feels
Deadlifting.
heavy.
Yeesh.
My poor spine.
No, Ramondre. And now you're in trouble. Probably should just dash out. Honestly, just dash out, guy. Because you could still hold this good position here and just sit. You know, you're only down 1, and then blade rule, right? Surely we're gonna get it right.
Especially with my Zen here.
You could blade this. You may not even need to. Nice. Now we can hold. Your Amatra's coming out with ult. Gonna flank behind. Touch the last second. Just blade the Mercy. Yep.
If I knew
Nice.
my ROM was... I was kind of hoping my ROM wouldn't ult.
I think it was reasonable. I think it was reasonable.
Not the end of the world.
He might have needed it just to keep his nemesis. You guys still might lose this.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, this is good. This is really well played. Like, you did a great job with the ult there. You utilized your Ram's attention, pressure, to be able to capitalize. Like, that's what forced the GA initially, and then that's what allowed you to follow up on the blade. That was really good. That's what we needed on the attack blade, right? You should be okay. Oh yeah. This is just a little bit of overextension. I felt like you should have been good. I just don't think you knew the Sojourn was down below you.
I did not.
Yeah, that's because you're thinking,
Also,
I'm okay. I could drop, and then I'll be able to disengage. But she's here.
Yeah.
You were gonna say something? Sorry.
I also don't have deflect.
Oh, you know what?
It's a
Actually,
little
that's
scary.
true. That's true. Yeah. See, I didn't even notice that. Good catch. Yeah, because you're 100% right. It's like, man, Genji is one of the hardest heroes to coach for me because it's the hero that I understand the best, but I don't want to get you to slow down and be so passive that you're scared to go for assassinations when you see them. You know, we never want to like remove that killer instinct from you where you just go for stuff. Sometimes it's a little bit brain dead. Like, this isn't good, but this is also, I won't even say that this is bad. You know, we just need to be a little bit smarter about our Suzu than our escape route and our deflect, right?
I think I like this better without a Suzu.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Because then you're putting out real pressure. Because right, you can actually maybe you're doing so much damage that they don't even have the opportunity to like really scope in. Yeah. Yeah, this fight's lost. I wouldn't even go in here, honestly. I'd instead, because to me, it's like I would try to get out and just make sure that you're here early, controlling this high ground early, so they don't get it early. You know.
You're not wrong. I have a real bad habit about like just overcommitting to like line 2 seconds, and they're gonna win the fight anyway.
Right. Well, we saw why that is such an important thing because think about what happened here, right? Your team trolls, your Zen trolls, your Zen dies. You're like, oh crap, I'm not going to stagger in a lost fight. I have the mobility to get out, and as long as I'm very committed in playing my life, then we're good to go, right? And then what happens?
It's just like an instant 4K solo.
Right. You again bait them into overextending and completely swing the fight in your team's direction. Right? So that's what could have happened here in the exact same scenario where they've very clearly won the fight. Unfortunate, go next, set up, see if they overextend. Because that Widow might grapple up top, you know what I'm saying? That Sojourn might swing up top, and then you're in a position with, I think, your Ana? Yeah, your Ana to be able to control that space. So just something to consider. Nice.
God, I hate that ability.
What?
The Cassidy stick. No, the Cassidy stick.
The Cassidy stick. Yeah. They're aware of it, right? They say that, I think. I think one of their dev diaries, they said something about it.
I think so.
It's got to be one of the worst abilities in the game. Top 5.
I'm putting it in top 1. I hate it.
It's so stupid. It's like not even hard at all. Yeah. Okay. So. Killer instinct, right? So.
I want one then.
You know, this is one of those situations where like. I'm not even mad. You need to get the kill. You know, you need to get the kill. If you get the kill, it's GG's, and you should have gotten the kill, right?
I thought my ball was gonna stay a little longer. Was he lower than I thought he was?
I just think
No,
he
he's
was.
like
I think he
far.
was reloading. Honestly, yes, he's reloading.
Maybe.
Yes, he's in 0 out of 80. Yeah, he just didn't have any ammo, so he's going back for a grapple or something. And I think as soon as the Kiriko TP'd, he's like, "Ah, crap! I'm not gonna get the kill on this guy." And you stayed. So to me, this is such a cop out for me, but it's just true. You need to hit this right click here. This guy dies. This has 51 HP, 2 shurikens, and he's dead essentially, right? And if you can't hit that, like right there, you missed that. You also meleeed when you probably should have right clicked again. Then you get the dash out, you get the kill, you force the cooldowns, you win. I think this is different than what we saw here, in the fact where here you didn't have the cooldowns, and
I'm back. I cut out again.
Oh, you're good. So I think here, this kill on the Widowmaker, we talked about, oh, they had Suzu and stuff like that. This is just a situation where I think if you're better mechanically, you get the kill, and then we don't have to worry about it.
Sometimes you just gotta hit the shot, especially on DPS.
I agree.
Especially on Genji. It's not a mechanically easy hero.
No. And for sights, it's kind of making this awkward. Your ball is just chilling. Wow, that is greedy. A lot of cooldowns being used by them, though. You know where that Widow's going. So, I'm gonna be real. I just don't see any reason to match this Ramacha here. I think you can avoid him. I think if he was lower, I get that he's discorded, but if he was lower, maybe I get it. But like, you're not going to be able to beat this guy. Like the way you beat the Ramacha, or if this is a Ryan, or if this is a Sigma, is you're just going to avoid him unless he's already lower and his cooldowns are down, right? But he still has his Nemesis form and he has his ultimate. Just avoid him, right? Just avoid him. Let him go. Beat
and he's got a Mercy on him too.
Right.
I can see.
Right. You just need to avoid him entirely. Go
Mercy in the Valk too.
Right. Go work with your ball. Because if you avoid him, then he's not going to be able to do much essentially. Love that ability, because this is what we want to be doing, right? This is what we want. This is what the Ramacha can't help with, right? That's just a good shot. But this is what the Ramacha can't help with. If you avoid the Ramacha, he doesn't get value. Because, like, think about that. He paths high ground, and then if he wants to chase your Ana, he has to drop off of high ground, and then now the high ground you can just take, and there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, look at that. He swaps off of Ramatra even.
Yeah. I'm so happy he swapped off Rom. I was so worried about how we're gonna deal with an ult the last fight.
Careful with that deflect. It's a shame she didn't get a Discord up, or he didn't get a Discord up. Too. Nice. I mean, this is fine. Like you can avoid this guy, but he's discorded and low, so it's totally fine. I assume you're thinking Nanoblade, maybe.
Yeah. This whole time, like if you go back to like a minute 30 when that ROM switches, the whole time I'm just thinking I need to make sure that we just bring it down to one fight so I can Nanoblade and we just win.
Yeah. That seems wise. A lot of that mid fight thing though, right? So especially versus their comp, Fade, Kiriko, Suzu, TP, slide, TP on the Sombra, even just like Doomfist, slam, punch, those are gonna ruin your day. So we have to even if it's just 2 kills with Nanoblade, we can't open with it. So just keep scouting.
If you go back to that Doomfist kill, another reason I'm going for that,
Sure.
Particularly on the ladder, I've been finding a lot of value of with peeling as a Genji. I honestly think he's kind of underrated as a peeler.
I mean, if you look at the enemy comp, there's not like a sniper or a hit scan that gets value when you peel.
That's true as well.
So I think this works because of what they're on. Like you could harass Sombra, that would be okay, you know. But there's nothing really that's like gonna take high ground because you're peeling a Doomfist. Now, if that Sombra was Widowmaker, this would be a bad play. If that Kiriko was an Ana or a Zen, this would be a bad play. Where it would do a better job, even not even killing that target, just keeping that target from taking a good position. That would be better for your Zen.
If you're doing on like first fight.
Right, exactly. It's just about taking favorable 1v1s. Like you're not good versus a Doomfist, but you're also not very good versus a Sombra Kiriko, so whatever, you know? But if this is a hit scan, Widowmaker, or something that can take an aggressive position, then probably not the best decision to peel here. And obviously Discord always shifts that argument a little bit as too, because all of a sudden anything that has Discord is a lot easier to kill. So last fight territory. Anytime in like the next 10 seconds we can really blade. And I really want you to try and pay attention to your ball here, especially right now. Because like, again, this is the guy that's going to be forcing those cooldowns. So like, we need to be like listening and watching very carefully. There's Suzu.
Trying to find my Ana. There she is.
There's the Suzu. Ooh. Yeah, we're good. I mean, just enough was used. Suzu, right? Suzu, TP. That's all we needed. Easy fight. Okay, nice job. So, couple of small things. Do you have another code for me, by the way?
I can try to pull one up.
Sure, pull one up, because we got about 20 more minutes.
We'll go with this one.
Perfect. Is this more Genji or is it another hero?
This is Genji on Caliseo again.
Righto. Okay. Yeah, so I think so far I'm kind of want to keep an eye on. I mean, the big ones for you were more of like the, you know, dealing with the DCs, finding a way to either weaponize that or deal with that. Obviously, finding a team as soon as possible. Some more like big picture stuff. But in terms of just your gameplay, for me, I don't know what you think here, but it's been a little bit more understanding your escape routes, right? resetting fights and baiting them to overextend, and then like the little bit of blade thing. There's been a lot of like little things, you know? So I'm hoping that we can get a little bit more footage here and have a better idea of what to, I guess, what is more important. Because it's hard to say from just like 10, 11, 12 minutes of gameplay, you know? If you're going to be making a lot of little errors, what's the most consistent error to fix here?
Weirdly enough, I do feel like my blades have always been the weakest part of my Genji.
Sure. Mechanically, or just that you get turbo stomp because you're not paying attention to like cooldown / tank engage?
More the turbo stomps.
Okay. That's good, because that's the easier ones to fix, right? Right. Okay, let's You know, what's actually funny is I actually like this. I don't think there's a lot that you can do on main, you know?
Yeah, I like Genji on this map everywhere except for right here.
Yeah. I really don't think there's a lot you could do here, because like you can't take really an angle and do like any decent pressure to their cast Ana or their Doom. Like maybe if it was like a Winston, this would be something you could pressure. But you know, you don't really do a lot here, but at least you prevent her from taking too aggressive a position, right? So I think this is fine.
I also really like fighting Pharah with Genji.
Ah,
A little
dude.
bit of disrespect there.
Yeah,
I did not expect her to hit
This is just a goof up. I don't think this is even bad. Like I think like you can keep her busy. You have your deflect and your dash.
I didn't respect her.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, she caught you at a real bad time.
Her name is literally Pharah.
That's true. She literally is Pharah. Nice. I actually don't think this dash is necessary here, so...
I was a little worried about Pharah.
Yeah,
especially after what she just did to me, I'm a little scared.
True. Huh. So we go from under respect to maybe a little bit of over respect. But I get you. Okay. Okay.
Little micro thing. I don't know why I'm double jumping there. Don't really need to.
Sure. We go back. Oh, yeah.
And that's it. Opportunity lost.
Yeah, opportunity lost. Let me look at this really carefully here. So you're on a good angle here. I actually think that we should just be focusing this target instead. I think you're tunneling a little bit too hard in the Mercy. I don't think you even realized that the Ana was right here. I want you just to watch this just for comedic value. Watch this. You see this? She's right next to you. She's literally right next to you, and you didn't even see her. Yeah, I mean, I get it, but I think as soon as she moves this direction, it's just like, you know, it sucks. And again, that's one of the killer instincts, but it's tunneling us just a little bit in terms of there's literally significantly easier targets that are available.
Yes. And at the time, she was like 150.
Yeah.
Not that I would have known.
Oh my gosh. Oh man, come on, Mercy. Come on.
I hate when these happen. This is another thing that kind of gets me.
Wait. Watch this. Watch this.
Huh?
Watch this. You see this?
What's going on?
Do you see this? This is an AI playing Mercy or something. Look.
Why did she move like that?
Watch. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this movement. We're literally pixel skipping every time we move our camera.
That's so weird.
This is an AI playing Mercy. I'm
sure it might be.
They're not even playing Mercy well. Oh my gosh, I've never seen this before. Because I was like wondering why she's so slow to heal you here. She's not even looking at you.
No. That right there, when things like that happen, that's another thing that gets me just a little on tilt.
Oh,
just a little frustrating.
What? There's literally an AI playing Mercy. How?
I don't know what's going on with it.
Okay. Yeah. Let's keep going.
Man,
well, oh, salt. Got rolled. Okay.
It's a Roadhog.
Yeah. You need to be really kidding. This is griefing. This is just griefing.
That's just throwing the lobby.
You know, okay, now is this is what I want to understand though. Is this tilt, or is this thinking this fight is lost, I want to try and get a trade or a kill? Or is it a little bit of both?
It's a little bit of tilt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like because you're only down one. You can hold this position here and potentially even stop them before cap. You have, okay, it's an AI Valk, but you have a Valk, right? You have the high ground. They are down one. If they go for a stupid res, you might even be able to stop that from happening too, right? So like, again, it feels a little bit like that Junkertown thing where it's like, we're going so hard, but no, there's actually no reason to do this. There's just no reason, because now it's over. Now not only do you get cap, but they get cap, but they actually probably get 70 plus meters, right?
Alright, they're gonna go far with this.
Just hold your position.
It's gonna stun.
Just hold your position. Also, minor thing. Stop dashing this. This doesn't do anything. What is it?
Just a general question. Do you know if that charges his punch?
I don't know. It probably does. To me, this is just like, why even use it? Maybe you guys chip him down and you want to pursue and kill him. Just why? Like it does almost no damage there. Ooh. Okay. Oh my gosh. Nice. That's worth. You staged really nicely on this one. Whoops, wrong target. This cast is crazy.
Yes, and the Pharah.
Was it the Pharah? Was it the Pharah?
The Pharah got the kill.
But something.
That's headshots me. Oh no, it was the Pharah. Right, it was the Pharah.
Oh, I was so confused. For some reason, I thought it was a Cassidy. I thought he was aimbotting for a second. Because like that right there, it looks like it's coming from the Cassidy.
Yeah, it kind of does actually.
Yeah. Okay. Nice kill. Really nice. That's just a nice kill by Pharah. But yeah,
he was cracked.
Yeah. That's gonna win you guys the fight. All right. This Mercy is wild. I'm gonna have to go back and look at this later.
I hate that little wedge. It's so hard to climb.
I will say this. You need to just sit here and do exactly what you did with the pharmacy earlier. It's a lot of like what we were talking about in Junkertown, where you just being here gatekeeps their positioning. So just sit here and shoot Doomfist, and as long as your ears are turned on, then you're good to go. Because like right there, that's you. You know what I'm saying? That was really good. Salt kind of trolls, but this is really good.
This is another habit I kind of need to break. Every time a noon happened in Overwatch 1, I tried to bait him to shoot himself. You can't do that anymore. So I just need to like get rid of that.
No, yeah, you do. Oh,
I hate that ability.
Oh, I will say this. What's the problem here?
I'm kind of by myself.
Do you own, like, here's a good question for you. Remember we were talking a lot about like resetting and staggering and Junkertown second, and then like you suiciding here, Do you own this space with your Diva dead?
Nah.
No, you don't. Where do you own space, I guess? Where would you draw the line?
Hello, I'm back.
Welcome back. So my question is, if you, with your Diva dead, what space do you own? Where do you own?
Not here. Right. Kind of far back. I can take that high ground with the mini.
Yeah, no so like here? Yeah. So we kind of own the space like right around here. This is the line, right? So we could be over here and be fine. Could be here and be fine. Could be here and probably be okay, right? But not here. And you can see that because the enemy team, you're a little slow in the deflect here, yeah? But the enemy team is allowed to walk forward to this position and takes no damage.
Yeah.
That should be a red flag that I'm in a bad position. If they're allowed to do this to me for free, that's a red flag. And the problem with that is even though you don't die, you've used both your cooldowns and given up a good position. Whereas you could have been here, or even just here, and had both of your cooldowns and you'd be good to go.
Yeah, where I already am anyway.
Right. But just now... yeah. This is what we talked about with Blade, right? Check it out. You see the big fat blue hunk in front of you?
Yeah.
You know this
Holding
play is gonna
jam.
work. You know this play is gonna
He ain't
work.
getting a snake off. I know stick just got used,
Yeah.
and that's really
There
the
it
only
is.
two things I'm worried about.
And
right
there it is, right? That's it.
And Farah gets another
It's that
time.
simple. It's that simple. You had a hunk of meat with you, and you know, and because it's not just the cooldowns either. It's also the intention. Even if they have literally no cooldowns, if they all press their mouse ones at you, it's really hard to blade, right? But you know, salt's in, and that's it. Nice. That's killer instinct right there. That's killer instinct, and I don't want that to go away. You are like,
I love getting kills like these.
right here, this guy is low. If you're proper, right, you would get this kill,
Yeah.
right? And you
Definitely.
need
It's
to
done.
be proper, right? You need to be proper. So this right here, yep, there you go. If you're not confident getting that kill, then you need to get good,
Yeah.
and you did. So if somebody's 1 HP and you can't finish off that kill, that's not a it was a stupid engage. That's just you're just bad, but you're not. So you got the kill. I don't know, maybe just a little lack of respect in Farah. Like I don't know what to say there. You know, you just died again. You had your deflect, you just died.
I think technically, the second shot I couldn't deflect it anyway.
No, it was at the
Floor.
floor.
To my left.
Yeah, the
But
first
like,
shot.
I should still deflect.
First shot, yeah, first shot.
Deflect, and I know where she is. I know she's gonna shoot at me.
Another proper, right? You should be able to get a kill here or stop the res, right? You don't really have a great escape route, but you have your deflect, your full HP, they're 1. If this doesn't work, it's because you're bad, not because the play is bad. There it is.
I get the Ana because she blocks the shot for Mercy. Not what I wanted, but I'll take it.
Yeah.
Like, I was not aiming for her at all.
Yeah, the only mistake I see here is this. You see how you're hesitating? You're like, oh, maybe, crap, oh, crap. That's it. That's the only mistake.
Did I hit a rocket there?
Yeah, you took a rocket. You took a rocket from the, right here. Watch the rocket. Bam.
No, I mean, I think I deflected one, too. I think that actually saved me.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, wow.
Whoa, you deflected with you. Look at this.
Yeah, that's sick.
That's wild. Look at that. This is the weirdest VOD I've ever seen in my life. AI Mercy deflecting a rocket at the same place you're dashing with. Look at this. I've never seen that before. Oh my god, did the Farah direct you again? Look right here. Oh no, it hit the sign. Never mind. I was like so confused for a second. I was like, did it just hit your corpse? All right. There's the hog.
Yep, there he is. Unsurprising from Salt.
Don't dash this. Okay. Why do I feel like Farah is like Defran or somebody?
He's been doing like a Farah one trick thing lately, but he plays on an account called Farah only.
Ah, okay.
I don't think that's him, unless he made a second account.
Got it. Okay. This is fine.
I'm starting
okay. This is the only. Okay, what's the mistake here? This positioning is great. Your cover usage is good. What's the mistake?
Going for Mercy instead of Asana?
Right. Why are we going for Mercy? Right? She's just a harder target to hit, and she's a lot harder to actually assassinate. Right?
In my mind, what I'm doing right now is this res is very safe if I'm not here, so I'm kind of just like getting in her head.
Yeah, I got that.
But like, I still should be putting shots in the honor.
Right.
I can still god res.
Right. The problem with putting damage into Mercy is if you don't get the kill, you oftentimes don't necessarily do anything. You could force her to move, which is good, and maybe force her beam onto a target that she doesn't want to beam, but you could have your cake and eat it too. If you shoot this Ana, Mercy beams Ana, right? Yeah. You're still in a position to deny res, and who does the Ana look at?
Looks at me.
Looks at you. Right. So you got a 2 for 1. Right. So you got a 2 for 1 special, right? You got a 2 for 1 special. This is like, now the Ana's looking at you, but we need to get out. This is where like I know which I feel like I know what you're going to do, and it makes me sad. Just get out, just to get out. Nah, see, I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it. And now it's really too late. Now you should die. Yeah. See, like we could, as soon as we see that, before even our hog dies, we dash out here, we deflect if we need to, and we go take this position like up here. And then again, you see if they overextend. If they overextend, they die. And if they don't overextend, you don't stagger. You're in position to stop the cart sooner, right?
Yep.
That's definitely a habit with us. So as soon as a fight feels lost, we have a tendency to just go in and die when we could very easily get out and bait overextension from the enemy team. Hogs in. You can blade this if you want. Yeah. Nicely done. Good blade. Nice setup as well. Didn't even need the Kitsune. You let Salt take some heat. You obviously baited out the flash as well. I want to know what happened here. I really don't even know how the Far killed herself.
Oh, on the Roadhog with the hook.
This is definitely a very interesting VOD.
I didn't even realize it's how weird things were happening around me.
Jeez, this is bizarre. I'm just out of curiosity.
Let's see what she's up to.
Okay, now we're playing.
I just do that.
That was super weird. Now it seems very normal.
Maybe a human took over.
There it is. There
it is.
And we're gone.
Bye.
Unlucky. Don't die, don't die, don't die. You're good, you're good, you're good. Oh, maybe we're not good. Oh, disaster. Okay, so after having another 8 minutes or so of more footage, with Genji specifically, what are you seeing some things that you need to practice?
Definitely just letting the fight be lost and just giving up and just walking back home.
Let's
get more like
positions to punish overextension. It's like it's don't stagger yourself, but also open up opportunities for the enemy team to overextend and then win the fight before your team even get back from spawn. We've seen that you can do that, you know. Yeah. Okay. What else?
Technically not a Genji thing, but trying to weaponize the DCing. Or fixing it.
Or
if possible.
If possible, right? Either weaponize it as like a frustration. Don't be like, oh, don't get mad. No, it's frustrating, right? It's frustrating. Use it. You know, use that to channel yourself. That's what great competitors do, right? You know, these Michael Jordans, right? The trash talk and all that kind of stuff. They use that as fuel to just be that much better in these key clutch situations. And that's easier said than done. But you know, it's a skill that we can definitely start practicing. Okay. Join a team.
Yeah, join a team.
And then if I were to add one other Genji micro thing, the blade thing, I think for me. Yeah. Blade timing.
Distractions.
Yes. Having bodies, essentially, right? Whether that's a cooldown advantage that you forced, a tank in their face, a flanking Cassidy baiting their attention, something used bodies, because it honestly, what might be a fun exercise for you is like if you ever go back and look at your replays, you're going to know ahead of time, but I feel like watching your replays, I could almost predict what blades were going to work and what weren't just based off of when you pulled them. And that's like something that we need to, that's why it's so important to fix, is because it's not relying off of your mechanics or whether they hit the shots. It's just going to be basically of when you pull it, and that there's a lot of control that you can have on that one.
Genji Blade's very, very timing sensitive.
Yep, 100%. Okay, do you have any questions?
Not that come to mind right now.
Okay. Well, keep me updated if they do, and you're familiar with the replay code rule, right?
The replay code?
Yeah, so just shoot me a replay code anytime in the next week or month or whenever you'd like to, just for some extra feedback. And just give me like 3 or 4 timestamps. Be like, hey, what did I do with this fight? It doesn't have to be Genji either. It could be Mei or it could be Ash, you know. Heck, it could be like, let's say you join your team and you send me a scrim code and you're like, hey, I don't know how to play this hero in this composition, you know. And I'll give you some feedback.
But
no other questions?
Not that I can think of.